What it is, your man and I back in the building for another episode of the 90s with N.I. Don't get on here talking about no 2000 stuff. I know the 2000 stuff too. I just like the 90s better. Today we're talking about the most glamorous, throwbackish subject ever. And I'm talking about movie soundtracks. Now, I don't know what happened to movie soundtracks. We're going to have to really just find out. We're going to have to really investigate why there are no movie soundtracks anymore. I'm trying to figure this one out. But back in the day when a movie came out, the movie soundtrack was just as important as the movie. If you didn't see the movie, you could go get the movie soundtrack and basically see the whole movie. If you didn't even see the movie, you could hear it on the soundtrack. So I'm going to be talking about the best movie soundtracks of the 90s. First up, I'm talking about Boyz in the Hood. Obviously, this is a classic. When this soundtrack dropped, it was crazy. Obviously, Ice Cube was going crazy on the album.
How to survive in South Central, a place where busting the cap is fundamental.
He had his protege, Yo-Yo, was on the album. Yo-Yo was going crazy. Had all the females talking about,
no, you can't play with my Yo-Yo.
Tevin Campbell was on the album. A lot of people didn't even know who Tevin Campbell was at the time. This was one of his biggest hits. If you was late night on the phone with your girl, talking to your girl, you had that Tony playing in the background, that just me and you. Ooh, baby. Then they had that song, like, didn't nobody even know what this song was. We just know it was a beat. Everybody was like, oh, I like that beat. We know, like, in the scene from the movie, you know, Furious Styles was juggling them balls in his hand like that. You know, Diddy, I'm just saying that's really what he was doing. He had the little ball things in his hand, he was juggling his hand.
Let me out.
Then, like I said, you really didn't even need to see the movie. You could just get the soundtrack back then. And MC8 would tell you the whole movie.
Yeah, boy, 1984 was the year my peers didn't know what was in store.
And they basically told the whole movie in the song. Like, you didn't even have to go see it. You listen to the song and boom, you like, you know, I tell everybody at school, like, oh yeah, I seen Boyz in the Hood. No, you ain't seen Boyz in the Hood. But you heard that MC8 off the soundtrack. So now everybody, you know, thought you seen the movie. The next one, Menace II Society. Now, Menace II Society was like a little bit of a newer version of Boyz in the Hood, you know, a little bit more fresher, but the soundtrack crazy. I mean, like, some of the most monumental songs came off of the Menace II Society soundtrack. UGK was on the album. Too Short was on the album. One of my favorite Spice One songs in history was on the album.
Ain't no love, the trigger got no heart. Ain't no love, the trigger got no heart.
Like I said, you didn't need to see the movie. MC8 would hop on to the soundtrack and just tell you the whole movie.
Up to the corner store owned by the dirty rats.
And he told the whole movie through the song. Baby, you didn't need to go watch the movie. Menace II Society, one of the best soundtracks. Next one, this might be like, if we was fighting for best soundtracks ever, this probably be one of the best soundtracks ever. I'm talking about Above the Rim. When this soundtrack came out, man, Tony just got so many, it had too much on the album. Of course we had the Warren G, Nate Dogg, Regulators. That's probably the most historic movie soundtrack song in history. Still to this day, people bang a big shout out to Warren G and Nate Dogg with that Regulators.
It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets trying to consume.
Another one of my favorite Tupac songs, underrated Tupac songs. Whenever I play this song on the radio, people would call me and go crazy over it. I'm talking about Tupac, Pain. There's so many other hits on the album. SWV was on the album. Dog Pound was on the album. Outlaws, one of the Outlaws' first single, if not, I think it was their first single, their introduction into the game. That Pour Out a Little Liquor. Lady of Rage. Lady of Rage had her biggest hit single, first single, one hit wonder. Her one hit wonder came out on the Above the Rim soundtrack. Next one, now they had to have a crazy soundtrack because it was about music. It's about DJs and music. I'm talking about Juice. EPMD was on the album. Naughty by Nature, one of my favorite songs from Naughty by Nature, that Uptown Anthem.
It's a Juice thing, I'm stepping for the red bit, wrecking all the rest in, weapon testing on who's stepping.
If you look at the video, you see Tupac in the back with the red starter coat on. fun fact, they did a scene from Juice. There's a scene in the video where Tretch and everybody roll up on some people on the corner, and the people that they roll up, if you look, as Tupac is one of the dudes that they roll up on the corner. So they kind of reenacted a scene from Juice in the music video. Another one of my favorite joints on the album, that Rakim, Know the Ledge. Rakim, that was crazy. I still listen to that song to this day.
Sip the juice, I got enough to go around, and the thought takes place uptown.
The next one, the Sunset Park soundtrack. They went crazy on this one. This was, I don't know if they was trying to prove something with this one, but they definitely flexed on the Sunset Park soundtrack. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. Aaliyah was on the album. Ghostface Killer was on the album.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child.
One of my favorite songs from Mobb Deep was on the album.
It's like that, raw, sun is on the strike back, it's on. What the hell they say, I'll be right back.
That joint had hit after hit after hit. That was a crazy one. All right, let me know what was the best movie soundtrack. There's so many of them that I couldn't even name. I mean, the Jason Lyric soundtrack, the Mo Money soundtrack. There's so many soundtracks that was crazy influential for the 90s. Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe. It's the 90s with N.I.